one of the rules of Karara's investments, as I note, was underappreciated, mispriced, and sustainable earnings. Well, obviously, everything at the moment is probably underappreciated, potentially, if a vaccine is made available. What are some of the sectors that the Karara is kind of looking at in a post-vaccine world?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think in a post-vaccine world, which my personal view is we probably won't see it until the middle of next year in terms of it being distributed, widely distributed, allowing for production times and so forth. So we're probably looking at more of a late 21, 22 type impact, for that. But I think, key sectors that would pick up there, you'd expect, anything, travel related. And then I think really the way we're looking at it from our universe of stocks is, the potential changes that you would see then would probably be a reopening of the international borders. So anything that would, has been exposed to inbound, tourism, migration. So that would tend to be suggestive that over that, the year or two following that, anything, housing, in terms of net migration would start to pick up again. And anything inbound tourism related, maybe education with the university sector, in Australia has obviously been hit pretty hard by the foreign student numbers, falling. So, companies like IDP Education, well, they've got the beauty that they're a global business. So they can shift their students around the globe to some extent, but they've got a pretty big exposure to Australia. But I think, if you saw a vaccine and things really start to reopen, companies like that would be pretty well positioned. But I think probably the key here is just around this digital disruption. We don't see this as being just a short-term thing, that's been COVID driven. I think this is a structural change now, that's caused permanent changes in the way, business, can be done. As I mentioned at the start, it's massive for us in our business. We our travel budget, won't be nearly what it was in 2019. I think for quite some time. Probably barring international trips, which we probably don't expect to do for the next couple of years.